Hello everyone, this is Gregor. Welcome to the stream. Finally live on something that isn't a year of retro thing for once. Actually was planning to finish this yesterday so we could get started with Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne today. But I also went and had my second shot yesterday and was having fever as a nice little side effect of that all of yesterday and like half of today. Again, no clue if I'm gonna just get super tired and stop this halfway through, but at least I want to try and finish Phoenix Wright tonight. Oh, okay, this is out of focus. Why? Hi. There we go. Much better. So yeah, we'll just like be doing trying to finish Phoenix Wright tonight, the first one. Why is that full screen? Huh. Ah, there we go. Ooh, yeah, that's kind of loud. So yeah, I think we have like half of episode 4 and that's about it. I'm not gonna do the bonus one just yet, at least. That's probably gonna be something that I'm gonna do later on, because I really want to get back into like the whole JRPG thing, I guess. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I don't remember how to do this guy's voice. Very well. Apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who's the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well. No opening statements. God, no, not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. Prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Wow. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? Objection. Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. Chop chop. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. Ah, it's that mysterious boat shop owner. Okay. I think we end up like interviewing his parrot later on. I'm actually pretty sure that Ghost Rider was kind of, you know, hinting at this and probably very happy about it for whatever reason. I don't know why. Witness, state your profession. Oh. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. Oh, why am I doing this voice? Doesn't quite fit him, does it? Huh. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, blah, 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 blah. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. You still haven't heard who this old guy is. Screw you. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Because I did not ask you, Mr. Wright. Bah. I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes. Stop asking trivia. Oh my god. Yeah, I get you have to make this guy like be as unlikable as possible, but I don't know. I just feel there's like a way to do this without breaking like the in-universe kind of like rules, I guess. The witness will state his name. Oh. Well, I'm not really sure. Yep. What do you mean? My memory, Your Honor. The witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. Isn't that what you'd call an unreliable witness? No? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. But excuse me? No, he couldn't. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight. Yep, I was in the restaurant where I rent boats, as usual. Then I heard a bang. Yep. When I looked out the window, I saw the boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Very well. Actually, cross-examination. There's nothing to question. Really? Does that like ever work? No, you don't need to cross-examine. No. There's no reason for that. Punch, 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 in face. No, I'm gonna cross-examine him. Fuck you. What are you saying? Of course, cross-examine the witness. Proportionate response much? I love it like eventually even the judge doesn't care for like one karma shit. No, wait, go back. Just after midnight, you say? Yup, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, yup. When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remember it clearly. I did. Yep. I was in the restaurant where I rent boats as usual. Because the first step is to kind of like make him like throw doubt on like his memory, I guess. Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law, Mr. Wright. Exactly what's not good enough? You know, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, kitty boy. Please. Prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Then I heard a bang. Yep. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Yeah. Are you certain? Yep. Good. Continue. Wow. And I looked at the window. I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Is there someone on the boat? It was pretty far out there. I couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there. Oh, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep. At the time, that is. So I heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? It's like, Stop pointing at me. The fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. I done seen him. Thank you. I have a bad feeling about this. What? Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! What? Oh, yeah. That's right, because he's like said, dead certain Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by. Okay, I guess. Witness, are you sure that the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Wait, what? Sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Well, karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. Better act quick. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing the man firing with his left hand? Exactly. This is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. And then put his other hand on. Yeah, I was kind of seeing the game going this way, but I don't know. Keep like raising objections constantly. Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said I can't believe he's dead, but his words always have. If he were telling a lie... Objection. Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently have yet to realize even this basic fact. Isn't this the guy that will do anything, including falsify evidence, to get his guilty verdict? Hit his face. The witness may leave the stand. Wait, is he like falling asleep? This court is no reason, blah blah blah. It's extremely clear. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to be held pending trial at a higher court within the month of today's date. Really? Wait! What? Who was that just now? Me! Huh? Wait, what? What? I don't remember this. What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, but today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. Objection. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Well, he was there because he was trying to get like that inflatable like samurai thing, but he also has like a nervous tick like under his like left eye, which is like here. Anyhow, I just can't sit there and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. That's how courts work. You can't get like a last-minute substitution in. This is the first time something has happened like this in my court. Well, considering what I've seen of the rest of the game, you're like very lucky this hasn't happened multiple times before. Honestly, I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry. It could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right, okay. Also, can you read my thoughts? I thought like the bracketed text was supposed to be like inner monologues or something. If there's no other witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. Waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Well... Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. I'm actually with Von Karma on this. Aren't they supposed to be in a rush to get everything sorted in like maximum 3 days? Isn't that like the whole reason that this whole like judicial system has become so fucked up? Is that they've got such a backlog that everything needs to be processed at the latest on like the third day? Isn't this why like this last case is so intense? Because this is like the final day and everything past here is gonna be like, you know, goodbye. All like lost, I guess. Oh, what a stinker I am. What? Don't remember, was he like bullshitting or something? I've played this on the DS, but I don't remember how this ends. Like, okay, clearly we end up exonerating Miles Edgeworth, but I don't remember what like Larry's part in this is. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth was sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something, right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? I mean, aside from being about to go to prison for the rest of your life, it's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. Oh. Tiny detail. Oh. What? When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. Couldn't think straight. Then I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. With your right hand? See, if you're a lefty, wouldn't you have, like, especially if you're in a daze, if you're a lefty, wouldn't you have picked it up with your left hand? If you weren't, like, paying attention on what you were doing. Right? This might be our chance. A chance? When karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He has to let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. Ooh, what are you getting at? Also, I'm not reading that like milking out thing. That sounds wrong from like a 12-year-old, 13-year-old, I don't know. Like whatever, however old Maya is. Actually, yeah, I think we can actually see how old she is. 17! Well, still, it's way too young. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Karma didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Okay. Come on. That night, I was out on the boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I, found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. Then, just as I was thinking I was going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. Huh. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. This guy, for all his age, must not have, like, presided over many court cases. It's like every single case, even in the first game, has, like, these stupidly vague testimonies. In any case, Mr. Wright, please cross-examine the idiot. I mean... It's Larry. I don't know what he's gonna... I have no idea what he's gonna say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. Off a cliff. I mean... Maybe off a cliff. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Well, so many things wrong. I don't know where to begin. Okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 when I went out in the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night, so I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. Why were you out on a boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something, and I, found it. Looking for something? Yeah, Mr. Boots, what was it you were looking for? Objection, what the witness was searching for is irrelevant. Well, most likely he was hunting for this Gertie. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is hardly relevant. Let's get it over with. So I quietly slipped the boat bag in at the rental shop dock. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figured it was searching out for about an hour? I guess it was around midnight. Yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. The very first trial, like a watch, like a clock was involved in that. Jesus Christ. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. Madness. Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Well, Mr. Boots? Whoa, whoa, whoa. Everyone just calm down, okay? I mean, it was really foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Okay, no problem. That's just the most important part of this case. So, after I had that single gunshot, I went home. So you only had one bang, correct? Yeah. Huh. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradiction. Sorry. I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. So what's the contradiction here, anyway? Because we have to press the statement that says 2 gunshots. I'm gonna save, because I remember the game being like very finicky about like which statement I have to present the evidence on. Okay, it should be like the last one though. Okay, there we go. Wait a second, Larry. What? You only heard one bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Mrs. Lothar testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. Huh? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here, so you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Really? Okay, that was kind of funny. Mr. Boots, you only heard 1 gunshot, are you sure? Well, well, tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was listening to something else. Something else. My radio, dude, with my headphones. You're a fucking idiot. Mr. Boots, you were listening to your radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Oh, waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should he continue the testimony? No. Please allow the witness to continue his testimony. Rawr. Nothing is more pitiful than a lawyer who doesn't know when he's lost. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all request show on the radio, see? I was listening to the real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. I remember exactly what the DJ was saying when he heard it too. Wait, but... You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? Surely believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough. It is difficult to believe this testimony. No. Wait, Your Honor. The witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when he heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? You know, announcer? I mean, come on. That's not like a... That's like a common term across all ages. This means is... When he heard the sound, no music was playing. The DJ only talks between songs, so he could have heard the gunshot from the lake. I'd like to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Can't believe you continue this charade. Well, you and me both, buddy. It's lonely being out. Well, never mind. Okay, what was the DJ saying? What did she say? Objection. Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what the radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. Another question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care. Why? Well... How do you know if you don't ask? Wait, eh? Just when she said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Wait, doesn't that mean it was like close to midnight? Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. Actually, just like press everything just to make sure. So you turn on the radio. Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know. You don't know what it's like out there, alone on Christmas Eve. Alone. I shouldn't have said anything. Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you're listening to? Objection. This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. I was listening to it real booming loud like. The hell kind of real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I didn't think you could hear anything going outside at all. Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? So do you have anything that says like the time of murder? I think it is this one. There we go. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. Hey, if you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easily. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when he heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas, it means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When he heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard the gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of this fact. Let's see what the time was on the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. 15 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. Shocker. There's a clear contradiction, Your Honor. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him. Suspicious. Wait, what? I mean, he is kind of suspicious, I guess. Yeah. Well, we lost. Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. Heard the gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this while claiming it's like the second picture. Show me the evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. There you go. Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Mrs. Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. The timestamp on the photo reads December 24th, 11:50 p.m. Oh. But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown on this picture. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise on the lake at 11:50 p.m. That's why this photograph was taken. I hate that they explain this in like such a roundabout way. I mean, okay, you have to fill up some like dialogue, I guess, but like, I don't know, get to the point. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that this is the case. Then, where does that leave us? Mrs. Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is a fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were two sets of gunshots with 25 minutes pause between them. Why would this be? Your objection. Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why, the witness could have sneezed, triggered the camera. Hey, my nose was clean that night, man. Clear. It's like, Oh, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Wait, wait, what? Hey, Ghost Rider, hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? So what's the proof here? Guess the gun that's like been fired like 3 times? I want to say it's this one. Also, hey, how was Necromunda? I saw you streaming that a bit earlier. I watched for like maybe 10 minutes, didn't like get anything that was happening on screen except like all the shooting, and then kind of like tuned out. Because I also had to like get like dinner. How are you enjoying Hired Gun? I think that's what it's called, right? Like a Necromunda Hired Gun or something. I think. Let me just like check. Yes, the name. Oh, okay. I don't have to check then. Good. I think it's this though, so it can make heads or tails of the story. Yeah, I guess not. I heard it's kind of like a mediocre game, unfortunately, and I've also heard that like a lot of like Warhammer fans are kind of like they really want like a good Necromunda game. So hope it gets better, I guess. Fingers crossed. I think it's a gun. No, this is my evidence. Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both of the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. The third shot was a shot Larry heard just before midnight. Order! Order! That would make sense of the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen that night on the lake. Exactly. If this is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 20 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you? Why? Uh-oh. Better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshot separated by 25 minutes? Oh. What's wrong, Nick? I have it! I have it! The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya? Yes? If you don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty case. Verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right. I mean, is this safe? Didn't call it AAA. Well, yeah, I mean, like I said, I didn't say it's like a high production value. I heard it's kind of like a mediocre game overall. I mean, I'm not a Warhammer fan, so I'm not that much of a Warhammer fan, so I wouldn't really know even if I had played it. But yeah, I'm probably not gonna be like, you know, playing that. I've already got like a huge backlog of Warhammer games that I need to kind of like play. I think I need to like finish like Dawn of War 2 again because I want to get like achievements and stuff now that it's on Steam. I've got like Dawn of War 3, which I heard isn't as good. I need to go to Space Marine to do like one final playthrough. I'm pretty sure I have like one of the Space Hulk games at least that I need to play through as well. Your Honor! Yes, Mr. Wright. Testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. It's not Dawn of War 3. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. I must be misremembering. So you finally realize the truth. Blah, blah, blah. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, Ricky. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, 1 boat was on the lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. Look at the photograph. No, it's the next one. I mean, I think Paul is like the final witness in that case. So I think there's gonna be like one more investigation phase and then Polly, I think. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well, guilty party has to be the other man on the boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. Eh? What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence of the time of the shooting. Timestamp of the photo says 00:15. But Larry heard the gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the 2 men on the... Wait, what? Wait, what? Case Edgeworth and the murderer? Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer! After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Madness! Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. Ludicrous! Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. Wait, what? I mean, I don't know? Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. Wow. You don't know? Ah, again, you waste my time. Ludicrous speed, yeah, I know. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is that caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats on the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way onto the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Oh my god, just like I mean, if it's not on the lake, then it could only be like here, I guess? Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Objection. You have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? The call that is testimony, if you will. Also, this is like something that's been puzzling me. The way the map is laid out is kind of like the inverse of how the actual like areas are kind of laid out. I mean, you're never kind of like shown like the paths that you take from like the boat shop to where Lotta Hart is camped, or to the Steel Samurai what's it called, float, not float, like the stand, I guess. But the way they were like laid out, it felt to me that like this whole map was kind of like inverted. Like the Steel Samurai stand should be at the very top of the lake, and the camping ground should be at the bottom, and like the entrance should be like further up north. Oh well. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head home, he hears a gunshot. Hear the gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned the boat? A boat shop. Madness. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gord Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. I mean, you don't know. He knows you don't know. Like the judge should know that Phoenix doesn't know. Come on. Jesus Christ. That night. Oh my god, it's gonna be like a pop quiz. The caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. Oh no! This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Larry heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. He took his face off. His face off. Parrot chilling in the background there. Yeah, but I'm more happy about like the pose that the other guy had. Oh no! It's like a very. Said, please don't shoot me. Oh. Face Off had a great opening. Yeah, I agree. Like everything up until the part where they started talking and having to like put in backstory. That's kind of like when the movie lost me. But I mean, it did give us one of like the greatest like Nicolas Cage memes ever. Like the thing with like the choir girl, where he kind of like grabs her from behind, and like the whole like face he does. That's like a meme, like in and of itself. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? And the caretaker, I guess. Meow. Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice. Both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanations is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness? Like the camera? I mean, if we're going with that line of, like, thought, I guess, maybe. I don't know if it's exactly a thought there, but, you know, what passes for thought in this universe, but, you know. It's kind of self-explanatory, you know. Duh. Create a witness? The murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and fires again. Then... the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. What? I see. To someone looking from the edge of the lake, it would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. The murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention. Well, that's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. Then he put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired the like of that night on Gord Lake. You don't know that. That's conjecture and conjecture and conjecture. I don't believe anyone's kind of like even seriously entertaining this. Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. I think we still got like at least half an hour in this, unfortunately. Very well. While we're waiting for the caretaker, I would like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Like, almost doesn't fit in it. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright has said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Stupid, sexy phoenix. Yes. Several days ago I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said he had something very important to discuss with me. Something important? Why does the court not know about this already? Wouldn't like that be like the first thing that they would do is like question the what they like who they thought like was the perpetrator? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. No, sir. Bailiff, we're conducting a trial here. I ask you to remain quiet. The witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Mr. Von Karma, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under the circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. Wait, isn't it like 3 days? Just who is this boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him, and I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. I know who he is. Let's all act like there's like a plot twist or something here. Yay, Nick, you did it! Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. And what about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. He's an idiot. Well done, him. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. Be a great stand-up comedian. I mean, he'd probably be like a great author or something. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. Jeez, I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right? There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Stupid sexy phoenix. I mean, isn't that how all great books go? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly where I went as well. There's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... Oh my god, just spit it out. I can't make up my mind. What is this about Edgeworth? Come on. It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? Tsundere Edgeworth? Yeah, it's just like... Edgeworth is just like Tsun. Like, I don't know the dere part. He's only like the aggro bit of it so far. Hey, Mammoth! Hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? How's sexing up Space Raptor Batman going? I think. Memory of a murder. Started over. Wait, what? Wait, you started over from Mass Effect 1 again? Oof. So like, wait, hold on, like 40, 50, 60. Oh, never mind. I thought you meant you started from like the first one. I'm like, what? I was like 50 hours down the drain. I don't think anyone has this much free time to kind of like replay the entirety of Mass Effect 1 just to get like one thing right for 2. But yeah, fair enough. I don't remember how far you went into 2. I only ever caught some of your Mass Effect 1 streams, unfortunately. Wait, the weapon limitation? So you mean like what, the class or something? Oh, like 8 hours into 2. Yeah, I did worse than that. So for the last week and a half, where I couldn't actually stream for one reason or another, I actually did get like a lot of time in on the Switch. So I finished Pokemon Snap and then I started Fire Emblem Three Houses, and I actually took a route where if you don't interact with a specific character in like a very specific time frame, they get locked out of the like entire rest of the story. So I found that out after they had been locked out from my story path. So I kind of scrapped like 12 hours of game time and went back to like a save I had like 5 chapters earlier, which was kind of like the cutoff point for getting that character like interaction as far as you need to get it. It's actually a pretty cool game. I did not expect to like Three Houses so much. Because they tried to do a weird thing where they take some elements from the Persona games, where you have like a school life simulator thrown in with all the tactical, turn-based JRPG, I guess, strategy, combat. But I did not think that combination would work, but it works really well. And they also do the other thing where they kind of like limit you to how many... basically, I don't know, have you ever played any of the Fire Emblem games? Because one of like their major things is that you can recruit a lot of characters to your army. But in this game, they actively try to limit how many characters you can access at any given playthrough. So played Three Houses and liked it a lot. Yeah, me too. That's so weird. I like when I first started it felt so weird because unlike like typical Fire Emblem games, they had like the school life simulator thrown in, which was kind of like a new thing to the series. They also kind of like it felt very restrictive on how many party members you can get at any given time because, you know, it has like all those like stringent restrictions on stats and support levels and so on and so forth. But it turns out that that's actually better because it focuses you on specific characters that kind of like fill specific roles in your army. And because you never need more than like say 10 characters overall due to map limitations. It actually works better considering like the story also gives you control, I guess, of one of like the 3 houses. So yeah, it was like very interesting. I've actually got like 40 hours on it in like a week and a half, which is a lot. This is like entirely what I've been playing when I couldn't stream. Also, how am I doing? I'm doing better. I had like my second shot yesterday. I had like a bit of like a fever yesterday all day, and like today until like 2-3 p.m. I ended up having to take like sick leave from work, but I'm okay now, hopefully. I just like feel a bit, you know, still kind of like a bit low energy, but it's a lot better. And hopefully that's gonna be it. Not gonna have to worry about stupid COVID and stuff anymore. As much. But yeah, like between the internet troubles, the vaccine, and certain other family things that I can't actually talk about on stream, I couldn't broadcast much for the last couple of weeks, but I did put a lot of time into Three Houses and Pokemon New Snap actually, which ended up being a huge disappointment for a €60 game, only lasting like 10.5 hours total. I guess there's like some replayability there when you want to like redo high scores and stuff and like snap everything, but like the main game is done in like maybe 8 to 10 hours, and that's if you're taking your time and trying to max out everything, which was, well, I didn't feel like I was getting my money's worth. On the other hand, with from like the same price, Three Houses, I'm at like 40 hours, and I'm still at part 1 of like the 2 part of the story of one of the 4 paths. So yeah, and I do plan to do other playthroughs as well, so maybe I'll stream one of them, like maybe like the Golden Deer path, because I'm currently doing the I don't know how far you've gone into Three Houses, but I've actually gone up through the Silver Snow route. I'm like at the 40-ish hour mark. I'm just before the end of part 1, basically. Yo, how's everyone doing? Finished one path? Okay, so you know that the... Oh, hey, get some dinner. Enjoy. So you know there's like a time skip and like a part 1 and part 2 to the story, so... Yeah. Out of curiosity, which one did you do? I was like curious. Deer, Golden Deer. Yeah, the clawed one. That seemed like the most easygoing one. It was like initially what I wanted to do, but I ended up starting with the Crimson Eagles. Or like... no, Crimson Eagles or like Black Eagles? I don't remember. Like the one with Edelgard. But I'm actually doing the spin-off path of that, because that one actually branches off into 2 depending on some stuff that you do during the campaign. I would highly recommend checking it out if you want to. If you want to ever do another playthrough. Because there is like a good bit of content that's like exclusive to the second part of each house. But actually, I did not expect to like the game as much as I did, and I especially did not... I don't have a Switch anymore. That sucks. Sorry then. Should I just like shut up about this? Go before your hero? No. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edge would have been found guilty. Ha 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 ha. He said, seriously, Nick? Oh, I don't like his serious face. That boat shop caretaker guy's pretty suspicious, but Edge ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know? But from where I was sitting, Edgy seems pretty... edgy. Ugh. God. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Dum dum dum. Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. But not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why? Really? Enough with the silent treatment. Nick? Why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true, but when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. It was like in the past. Back in my dark, pre-defense attorney days. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes. Oh my god, more flashbacks. Anime flashbacks are the worst. And Larry, they saved me, and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forget. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story. Of course it is. So hang in there. Is there any other kind of story other than long stories in anime? It was the very end of the 3rd grade. I remember it as if it were yesterday. I was on trial. A class trial. Wait, a class trial? Wait, were you in Danganronpa? What? Weirdest crossover ever. Is this what inspired the Danganronpa games? Because it's totally class trials in that, right? Everyone's like the ultimate school something or another. You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38. Totally dollars, not yen at all. No. This is America, honestly. With $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. Can see what you forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I'd skip PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. That's like a fucked up school, dude. So the next day we held a classroom trial in 3rd grade. What kind of 3rd grader has the mental capacity to hold a classroom trial and appoint a defendant as well? Let alone like a defense attorney or something. Like, look at this. They even like put everything in like the correct, in like the same layout that the actual courtrooms are. If it's the teacher, she should be fired for like doing this. Jeez. Guilty, he did it. It was you, thief. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. You should be allowed in the relay race or in the library committee. Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Yeah, but. Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. I'm a terrible teacher that accuses people before making sure. I mean, if the teachers in this universe are like this, no wonder like the whole judicial system is this fucked up. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it, especially since all the other 3rd graders told her that I had. I mean, that's like the entire proof there, right? Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't do it, didn't I? I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad. I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs to trial is evidence. Amateurs, really? Oh wow, a bow tie on a 3rd grader. This guy got bullied so much, I guarantee it. Like he probably got beat up as well. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor. This boy is innocent. Sure. But Maya, it was your money that was stolen. Why don't you just shut up? Oh my god. I want to punch the teacher for letting this go on. Like, fuck me. It's like, that person should not be allowed anywhere near any kind of teaching institution. Oh. Yeah, and of course this guy's got like the street kid looks. Complete with like the Daisy Dukes shorts because, yeah, you know, anime. Just think how he feels. He says he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. Because I am a failure as a teacher and probably a failure as a human being as well. I literally hate this teacher. I would love to play a trial where you kind of like send her to jail. Like, fuck me. Like, I take a lot of issue at how this teacher works. And I know it's kind of a tangent, but I don't know. This to me seems like way worse than like the whole 3 gunshots thing from the actual trial. This class trial is over. Oh, okay, so she did instigate it. Yeah, she should be like hearing from a disciplinary committee pretty soon. Like, no, seriously, that's actually like 3rd graders, dude. Come on. I'm so upset about this. I have no idea why. So yeah, you have a teacher who's like one of your pupils lost their lunch money, so you allowed everyone else to form a trial and randomly accuse a person because they weren't there. Sorry, a classmate, another 3rd grader, to be accused of stealing the money, and even going so far as to believing them without any proof. While again, you're a teacher and should know better. Jesus freaking Christ! No wonder the whole like 3-day trial thing is so fucked up. If everyone gets taught by idiots like her, then oof. It's like a wonder that this version of, you know, America, totally not Japan, hasn't like descended into anarchy so far. You did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? If anyone's gonna steal money, it's gonna be me. I mean... God. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after the class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. I am incapable of keeping any other pose than this one. It's probably the bow tie. Famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. So several years later when I heard... It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was like something... Oh my god, I can't read today. The headline was something like, "Dark suspicions of a demon attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts." The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the age I used to know at all. I mean, that's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him, I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it though, so I became a defense attorney myself. That's a good reason to make a life-changing decision. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why you became a defense attorney to meet Edgeworth? Like, even the game calls out like the stupidity of that. I mean, if I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. I'm an idiot. A defense attorney idiot. In court. Edgeworth believed in me and I believe in him. He's in pain and no one's on his side. Well, except like 3 people here. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. He's gonna kiss him, he's gonna kiss me, dump him, even if it's the last thing we do. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes, helped you out because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Oh, Nick! 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 We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. I mean, it may very well be because I'm not streaming any more of this after that. Yeah, we're finally allowed to do something else. Hey, pal. Long time no see. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? Got so worked out I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the bow shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may, it's my duty to you as a police officer. Huh. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Thanks. Detective Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Eek. No one can go into the woods today. Wait, what? Why? The woods are off limits for camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. Yeah, I mean, it's not like there's an active criminal investigation and, like, the police could easily have told the park ranger to go fuck himself very politely. No? Okay. Sorry, that makes too much sense for this game. So, my apologies for that. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? It looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Guess we need to go to the rental shop. That old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Huh? I know that clearing of the throat anyway. It's that Grossberg guy, isn't it? Yep. Oh, hello. What might you be doing here? Out for a walk? Ah, the days of my youth. Like the scent of fresh lemon, you see? Mr. Grossberg, this is no time for adult reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. We've still got like 20 more pages in the script, so... If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? Polly wants a cracker. Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Hey, it's Polly. I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. Can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, hello. Hey, listen. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. Hey, Ghost Rider, hi, how's it going again? How was lunch, dinner, food, something or another? I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's going to hate me. So what do we... Oh, this? Fulfilling. Aha. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Aww, but hey. He keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. Again, yeah, welcome to the land where, like, lawyers are allowed to go trespassing and breaking and entering and potentially stealing stuff from people. The only thing here is a letter. Letter? Oh, how boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth! Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. And you just ruined it and made it inadmissible by putting your fingerprints all over it, by opening something that wasn't yours, by trespassing into a suspect's cabin. Well done. What do you mean it thinks, Nick? What do you mean it thinks? What? Oh, wow. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know. But it looks like there's an instruction for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. What do unique things mean? Yeah, close. Like, seriously, what kind of judge would accept this now that it's been contaminated? Because now we need to go to Grossberg's office or something. God. Wait. Why can't I go to the Grossberg offices? I mean, we could always go ask Miles Edgeworth. You look as grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about your class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? Huh? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? 3rd grade? Lunch money. Whoa! Yes, I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're literally the only one who really remembers. Are you sure you didn't make it up? That probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? The trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. So yeah, you're the one to blame for this entire game. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you'd do. Haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So, simple. Yep. Simple. Well, maybe, yeah, but... Hey, who are you calling simple, damn it? Oh, God, why do we need to know this? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? Please tell me in excruciating detail. It's to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? Couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me. And you want me to defend criminals? Sorry, right? But I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes. The man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter. Anyway, you look at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be... yeah, him. On that day, 15 years ago, the 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. Yeah, because elevators are such, like, airtight boxes, right? God. Jesus Christ, do your damn research at least. Elevators don't work like that. Even when the ventilation is off, there's still a lot of, like, gaps where oxygen can get in. And, like, CO2 can actually escape the box. They could have put in some kind of, like, archive that has, like, an airtight thing. I had lost all memory of the murder. Conveniently. Lost your memory? Yeah, this is, like, so contrived. I understand this is kind of like the series' thing, and anime's thing, and generally, like, some of, like, Japanese writing thing to get, like, these many contrivances one on top of the other. But it annoys me, I don't know. It's, like, so stupid. He claimed Yanni Yogi had been not of sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. innocent. That's when I changed my mind. Started to hate defense attorneys. God. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him, especially the cheaty stuff. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He's a perfectionist in all things, in court, in his personal life. Ooh, we don't need to know that though, right? Sounds gross, actually. He's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Everything. Perfectly, huh? In all cases he has taken, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. You're a prosecution thingamajig. Are you fucking kidding me? Isn't that like your entire job to make sure? Like, fuck me sideways with a rusty spoon. Like, that's like the most idiotic thing ever. It's like getting a builder and like maybe like an architect and then be like, oh, I can't actually make sure that all the buildings are up to spec every single time. So I let a few of them, you know, crumble. Like, huh? What? All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty perfectly. That's not your job. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Do you want to, like, sleep with the guy or something? I mean, if what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's not the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. Strange situation which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Okay, so do I have to present something to him? Like the letter or something? Edgeworth, see this letter? You know, this piece of evidence that I put my fingerprints all over? This came out of the safe in the shack where that boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who's that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant who got declared guilty or something? Nice, right? I don't remember that old man. Not at all. I mean, you didn't remember like the trial either, so feels like you're kind of sus. So he was following this letter then, which means there was someone else behind it. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men? Meaning myself and Robert Hammond? Hey, Millimage! Hi! Long time no see. How's it going? How are we doing today? Really needs to invest in a pair of dollar store gloves? I mean, yeah. Or, you know, not break into other people's places and steal stuff? Last chance. Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations on the DO6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? See in the live stream? Well, yeah, I mean, you haven't seen me. You've seen like the words Gregor in like whatever kind of colors. That's not the same. I want to say there's like this nice like smooth face. Let me do like an ASMR stream. Like this is like literally the only thing I know of ASMR streams. I have no idea what I would like, how I would even go about doing one. I understand like a lot of sounds. I just fix my beard? Like, what do you mean fix? I mean, I trimmed it a bit yesterday. I don't know about like fixed. Yeah, I mean, yesterday a little bit, so yeah. I mean, I can't actually grow like a very good beard anyway, so I have to keep it short. I was like, I assume like you were talking about last week when kind of like got like a bit fuzzy here. We had kind of run out of batteries for like the, you know, the shaving thingamajig. So I had to wait for like the like the groceries to come in today to get like new ones. Like, sorry, yesterday to get like new ones. Yanni Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. But yeah, it's like kind of like trimmed it a bit yesterday. Kind of need like 2 like small batteries like AA, and I didn't have any more left, so since they're still, well, it's not like a lockdown yet, but they're still kind of like limiting how much we can kind of like move around and function outside. Until like next week, I kind of had to wait for my groceries to come in before being able to use the trimmer again. Quiet. I said quiet, you're not making this any easier. I want to get out, help, get us out. Don't shout, you just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. Yeah, that's how insanity works. Okay, sure. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah, there's something that's been troubling me the last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. But I love you. I mean the nightmare? Jesus Christ, like, you know, they're kind of like stalling for time or like doing like flashbacks into what you just saw like 20 minutes ago. I think the time has come to tell all. Yes, tell us about your nightmare. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. Okay, that's not how sweats work, but sure. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Oh wait, I remember. It's gonna turn out that, like, yeah, I know where this is going. Yeah. Hi, I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, father. He's attacking father. Dazer, pick up the pistol. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang. Yeah. He killed his own father. Plot twist. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shut out memories in self-defense. Maybe I was the one who killed my father. Sorry, maybe it was I who killed my father. My bad. If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. Oh, this is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can do, like it or not. There's someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. Oh yeah, Grossberg. Yeah. There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6. Ugh. Yay. So yeah, now it's gonna allow me to go to Grossberg Law Offices. Fine. Mr. Grossberg. Oh, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened. So how are we doing? What have we been playing recently? I mean, I know what Ghost Rider has been playing, and I know what Mammoth has been playing. But what about Millimage? Do tell. I mean, like the last I've seen you play off was like Loop Hero, I guess. But that was like a month or so ago. It was like before I had internet issues. So Edgeworth dreamt that he shot his own father? It's only a dream. Only a dream. Just like forever ago. Yeah, no, like, I mean, I did have like a very rough month, like internet-wise, remember? It only kind of now, just the last week or so became kind of like not shitty. Looking for the next big game? Ooh. I mean, do you have anything in mind? Out of curiosity. That's the case, then why you two look so troubled? Well, I mean... Also consider this, Yogi quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. Fifian? Fifian? What the Fifian is Fifian? Oh, Final Fantasy, okay. Oh, okay. So you had like an extra eye there though, so that's why I didn't get it totally. I would totally have gotten it if you hadn't put that extra eye in there. No, you put an I after the second F. I mean, it's like right here on the chat, like, see? Like right below the webcam. It's like... Now you're just typing Fifi fan. What? What's a Fifi? Like, you do know I have chat logs, right? I can just like scroll up and copy paste the message back into chat. You have a sword? Wait, what? Yeah, I mean, you could clear chat, but I still get the logs. Actually, do I allow mods to clear chat? I don't remember. Please don't test it though. Thank you. Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's present techniques. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And? He lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. God. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Faye. I'm Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Of course. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? God, like this is like legitimately giving me a headache. Okay, I guess we have to present the letter to him as well, right? Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict, but no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. You'll understand soon enough. Wait. This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before. A long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? I want to say it's Von Karma. That's like the only one that makes sense. But why the hell do we have to even guess at this? It can't have been Edgeworth. It can't have been Yanni Yogi. So it's like literally only choosing this out of like the process of elimination, which is kind of like a stupid thing to do when you literally have been given no clue as to who may have written this. Could it be Manfred Von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have done something like this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. But that means the one who told Mr. Yogi to kill was... correct. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? Really? Okay. If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. How no? But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? So yeah, Final Fantasy, huh? I mean, if you had it, I would totally recommend Fire Emblem Three Houses. I've been getting very into it lately. I'm at like in the past like week and a half when I had like the severe internet problems. I've already put like 40 hours into it, which is saying a lot. Also, they like I was like saying this to Mammoth earlier. And before everyone is a mage? No. I mean, I did pick the mage, like, for my first playthrough, I did pick, like, the mage heavy house. Crimson Eagles, I guess, or, like, Black Eagles, I don't remember, like, what the game calls them. The red house. But you do get, like, a good opportunity to get, like, a bunch of melee units in there. For me, I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's a Fire Emblem game. You can't really like do everyone is a mage. Although in this game, you can actually learn a few skills from like a mage and then make them another class, and they still have access to the mage skills, which is quite nice. I've actually got like characters that have like both healing, magic, and melee capabilities, which is kind of fun. They don't do as much damage, but you know. So it's like kind of like different from like other Fire Emblem games in that a lot of the class abilities, as soon as you unlock them, they stay with the character even though they might change a class. Specifically, spells are no longer tied to tomes or staves, I guess. But instead they get unlocked the more you level a specific class. So once you reclass to something else, those skills remain with the character and you can still use them in combat. But maybe you're not going to be doing as much damage because you don't have the stats for it anymore, but you still have like some options. It's actually very what's it called? It's like very helpful to in this game to have like a few characters like double dip into like healing classes, because you get two spells in this game called Rescue and Warp. Rescue pulls a friendly unit from a certain range dependent on your faith stat from far away to where your caster is, and Warp does the exact opposite. It sends a unit that's next to you, a friendly unit that's next to you, a certain distance away depending on your faith skill. So it's kind of nice to double dip and like get that for as many people as possible. The only thing I did not like about Fire Emblem Three Houses so far is that you, as far as I've found so far, and like 40 hours in, but it's only like first half of the game, you don't get like a good access, I guess, to dancers. In fact, I think so far as I've seen, you can only ever get one dancer per playthrough, which kind of sucks. Because, you know, dance is kind of like an overpowered ability anyway. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Madness. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Oh. But yeah, I would totally recommend it if you can like get it. I've been having a lot of fun with it so far. Even though if you do play it, I would like make a couple of recommendations to not treat it as like previous Fire Emblem games, in that it's actually encouraged to not try to recruit everyone and anyone that you can, because the time investment you basically will put into recruiting a few people doesn't really pay off ever, because the way the maps work is that you have like a very limited number of units that you can take into them, and usually you're probably going to be having enough just by the starter pack that you get from the house that you choose. So you get like 9 or 10 units, unique units from like which house you will choose at the start of the game, and you're more or less kind of like locked into those. If you want to recruit anyone from the other houses, except the what you call them, like the lords, I guess, like the house leaders, you can actually only recruit if you meet specific stat and skill requirements, which kind of like match which character you are trying to recruit. So if you're trying to recruit a mage from a different house, they would most likely ask you to have like a high magic stat and high reason, which is the skill that's associated with spell casting. And if it happens that your protagonist isn't focusing on those, you kind of need to instead try and get their support up, which is very hard and very time consuming. And even if you go through all of that, it might actually like end up that you're not going to be using them all the time, because you don't have enough slots to bring everyone in every fight. It's kind of neat. I like this. It kind of like you can do it if you want to, but it kind of like encourages you, if you want to be like more efficient, to focus on like a small core of maybe like everyone that came with your house and maybe 2 or 3 more recruits over the course of the game, which is quite interesting actually. I would recommend the game though, especially if you also like the Persona series, which I think you do. So there's like a nice what's it called? So they did say we need to go to the records room, so it's like through here. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. It's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Detective Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We're wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there, but I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma. Nick, let's hurry. Quick, he's gonna falsify data. Oh no. Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Yeah, he stole something. Huh? One of the doors here is open. Someone must have been looking at it recently. The label says unsolved cases, evidence. Unsolved cases? Nick, the file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Like punch the guy in the face? Von Karma, you. How do you know my name? Huh? we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? I mean, could they have actually made him more unlikable if they tried? I actually have to talk to him? Do they have to? Mr. Edgeworth, is your student, right? Romanticist who still can't shed the veneer of amateurism. Just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? Grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did. But then I get this, when did you take his son under your wing afterwards? To fuck him up. That, my dear boy, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow? You're right. Someone Karma is going to bring up Deal 6 in court tomorrow. Okay, so what do we do now? Wait. You don't think... I'm thinking I have to show the letter to this guy as well, but I'm gonna be very upset because I kind of like remember what happens after this. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi, how many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Rog Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. Well done. Well done. Yay. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it usually. Now give me the letter. Yeah. Why do you need to do this? Seriously. Why do you need to do this? Like this should be a game over moment here. There's like literally no reason to show the letter to him. Especially since you've got confirmation from Grossberg that it was like his handwriting. No reason whatsoever. But yeah, I mean, if you've got like a writer that's like as much of a hack that he can't think of any other reason to get the plot going, then sure. Back to having no clues, just to make everything extra dramatic for the end. Maya, she's dead, don't tase me, bro. Yeah, something like that. I'm actually very angry at this. There is literally zero reason to want to do this. I'm not good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. I'm a small at best. Aww. Existential crisis. What's this? A bullet? TL6 incident. Evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember when Karma was holding this when Maya jumped in. Can't like games stop raising the stakes in like fucking stupid ways? Write a proper story, damn it. Don't make your characters like who have otherwise been shown to be like at least moderately capable do intentionally stupid things for no good reason other than like raising the stakes. Seriously, I'm actually angry at that now. Got like legitimately a headache. So very upset now. God. And that's like the funny thing is like I actually remembered like this is like what you need to do to progress the story, because when I played this on the when I played this on like the DS, I was stuck here for like maybe like an hour because I couldn't believe that like I had to do the literally the patently most stupid thing you could do to progress the story, and I ended up looking at a guide and I was like, fuck, are you fucking kidding me? I'm actually so angry. It's like I've got like a literal headache. I'm like, that angry. Edgeworth is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? Sorry, I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maybe you should go outside and discharge. That's not how human bodies work. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. My head hurts. What got into that girl? Like, electricity. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How did it go, detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured a runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name, but that has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Prosecution is ready. Right, very well. I've reached the final day in our proceeding on this trial. As to the prosecution, submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed by silence every little thing he says. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? Objection. Blah, blah, blah. The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. Yeah, why I left court. Come on. I'm really sorry about just leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. So my testimony yesterday stands as is. Expect a PM. I mean, I didn't send a PM to Jungle Roba for making playthrough. What's it called? Edna and Harvey. So you didn't get one either. I'm just not doing the rest of the series. It's just like I've played these games before, and every single time I get like so worked up about like the small stuff. But it's important small stuff, damn it. That's the annoying thing. It's like the little details that kind of like ruin the entire thing, like ever. I mean, we'll see. You did get like an entire game out of this, so like entire game's worth of streams. Oh yeah, we need to be pressing this guy. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Have to give your points 3 times then? No, I mean, if I do the rest, you don't need to like re-request them. I don't know, I get like very annoyed by some of the writing in these games. That's why I might not like do it all at once. Eventually I might just like get around to it slowly. Food? Well, Paul is a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. I see, so he was lost. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in the old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them. Please don't make me repeat myself. The witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. Have to prove he's lying off his memory. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with the case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Is there a serious problem with your claim? Or are you saying... You're saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I would like to know myself. So, who is he? Clearly. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. Everyone knows of this incident. What the fuck? But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This man, this witness, is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? It is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost their memory. This is it. I have to do this now. I can't prove he's Yogi right now, right here. And I have nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually pretty simple. Please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Huh? So very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. Huh? The witness has no fingerprints. What? No fingerprints? What? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep. What? You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No! But what will you do, Mr. Wright? Seems the case has been decided. No. No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. Okay. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief? Of course. Defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Yeah. My proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Polly. Order. What do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Didn't even ask. This is a farce. I object. No. I have a right to do as you suggested. Blame Von Karma, exactly. Well, this officer is desperate, then please be my guest. Of course, should you go through with this and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Fuck yeah. Let the parrot take the stand. Jesus freaking Christ. When Karma's rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot. I'm dumb for even saying it like this. Go get a burp. Please tell us your name. Name. The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. By the way, witness, who is your owner? Please testify for us. We'll answer it by a burp. Yeah. Hello. Squawk. Okay. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Ha 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 ha, that's so funny. I hate my life. Hold it! No. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get Really? Are we actually trying to engage with a parrot? Hey, what's your name? Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does it have anything to do with her honest identity? I mean, duh. Yes, it does. Ah, fascinating. Claim that the parrot's name would prove her honest identity, then show us this proof. Listen, we're not here to answer the question who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he's Yanni Yogi. And we have to know is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof of the parrot's name reveals the caretaker identity is what was it? Hold on. It's like mentioned in here. Ah, there we go. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. There we go. Aha! No, go back. Ah, take it out. The DL6 case file? Ooh, blah, blah, blah. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well, Mr. Wright. Please show us the page. Third page. So on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, he does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Exactly, Your Honor. This is a fucking stretch. Yep. I'm with Karma on this one. This is like a search. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Oh, Mr. Phoenix, right? Does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? I don't know, is she hot? Oh, she's only 7 years old. Yeah, no. Bug away. Also, who names their dog Phoenix? Jesus Christ. Nick, we're getting closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. But what? Very well, witness, you may continue. Wait, do I have to press the other statement? Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Me neither. Well, I guess we should try and get some information out of here. So how do we do that? I have to like press something else? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Oh, yeah, that's right. Have we forgotten something? Spark! Don't forget DL6. If I can get Polly to say that here, that would prove the caretaker has something to do with DL6. And Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello. Oops. Did she get like reprogrammed? Uh-oh. It's not working, Nick. She won't say it. It's ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? That's not how parrots work, damn it! I was like, what, like the safe number? $12.28. Wait, is that the... Oh, the reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you can claim that number. Is it like the date or something? How can the number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. It's gonna be like his date of birth or something, or like the day. Oh, 12/28, the date of the case. Cool. That's a thing they do, apparently, get a parrot to help grieve. I mean, yeah, get a parrot to help grieve, yes, but trying to prove that this was like the case here as well, just out of like the name, it's like a big stretch. Where in this file? Case summary. Aha, it's on the case summary page. Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. Wait, that's today's date, 15 years ago. Karma called... Well, actually, we called the parrot as a witness. He just suggested it. Oh, logic is out the court window. I mean, that was kind of clear the very first minutes that we played this. I don't defend Karma. I'm just like saying like this is like more a product of like bad and like shitty writing than character design. Oh, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number one. Why would you give out your PIN in court? What like special kind of fucking idiot are you to do that? Like, what? Are you kidding me? However, two coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. Yeah. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop immediately. Ooh, the judge is hungry now. Oh boy. Witness, tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. Ooh, super serious. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, he looks totally different. This is a real Yogi. This is a real Yogi, I think. Finally, he's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Uh-huh. Cool. Order. Yanni Yogi, so it was you who killed Robert Hammond and trying to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death. Yes, it was me. I did it. The end. The end. We don't have to do any more of this trial, please. He confessed. The end. Robert Hammond. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. You are putting those in the wrong order of priority. Then this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years. This was it. Was order of happenance? I mean, no, because it is said before that she committed suicide as soon as this guy got arrested. So he would still have been bailiff for the, you know, for like this whole like fucked up trial system. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? I mean, that's what that's what it says in the court record. Hold on. Give me just a moment to like be able to. Hold on. Yeah, after his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. So yeah. I mean, okay, it's not like as soon, but it's like it's kind of like implied, I guess. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant Miles Edgeworth is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. The defendant, please take the stand. There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. The making of a yandere? I mean, yeah. We will never know. Oh well. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Yeah, because he's like clearly worried that you might try to expose him as well. Remember? Stun gun? Huh? Fuck me, like why do you not want to take him down? Why do you not want to like push this even further? Oh. What? Did someone just say objection? Wasn't for Karma. Wait, but that means no. Just a 20. Yeah, I wanted to end, but it doesn't make sense. I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have all heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. But revenge for what? Edward is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's an idiot. I mean, sorry. What do I do? Fuck it, leave it to Edgeworth, I don't care. No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This isn't my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem. Wow. Oh, I wasted so much time on this. You cannot just tell me that like, this is like his problem. For 15 years, I have had a recurring dream. Try as a kid on different law. I don't know, maybe would he? In like this fucked up judicial system? I don't think he would. Like there's even that I don't think you were here for this, but there's even like that like flashback at like the third grade courtroom, I guess. Well, yeah, he was a child, but I don't think there's like a different law for them. Like at least in this universe, right? Because they even had like the fucked up like third grade. No, that's not make believe because there was like a teacher over that as well. No. It was it wasn't like it didn't actually have like judicial powers, but they did like emulate an actual court with like a figure of authority, i.e. a teacher presiding over it. I was actually very upset at that as well. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident when your father died? No, I presented. Yeah, I don't know, but that's kind of like the thing. It was a shitty court. I mean, yeah, it was shitty. It's also kind of like a shitty thing to put like third graders to that. From the distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. The murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me, Your Honor. I confess my guilt. The GT teacher, I'm fully in agreement there. I'm guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Me. They got fired. I wish that's what's happened. They should like go out, like, at least go through like a disciplinary committee for like allowing all of that to happen. The defendant declared innocent is confessing another crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. Yeah, I mean, not just like propagating bullying, but it's also like baseless accusations based on like what a third grader said. Because like she was like, go apologize to the kid because you stole their money, even though I have no proof of that. Right? She like I got like legitimately upset at that. They should not be showing teachers being like whoever wrote the story must have had like a very fucked up childhood. At least like a very fucked up like school life. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective. Yeah, exactly. But it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Punish me. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick? What are you doing? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. Getting my case ready. Your case for what? Oh boy, what are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. You suck. I mean, no, but I don't believe your nightmare. Masochist must. Yeah, I know, right? But it's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. God damn it! Why? I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. Oh, you do love me. Kiss me, you big spiky-haired lawyer. Oh, God. Jesus Christ. GG. Yeah, I know. I'm not proud of it either. We can just, like, leave it at that. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. At least I don't lie to you. I don't lie to you. Why would I lie to you? Like, what possibly could I gain for lying to anyone? Besides, I'm pretty sure I've said this like on stream like a billion times. I only like the streaming so long as there's like people to chat with during it. Like, lying does not make for good conversation. Ask Raiken. Ah, come on, he's not like that either. He might be like stupid, sexy Raiken. I don't know. Have you seen the clip from like my MGS2 stream? I was like a fucked up slip of the tongue there. So basically, what happened? I was like trying to do like a stupid, sexy Raiden joke, and it was like right at the start of the stream. And usually when I start streams, I have like my you haven't really? Oh, it's in the Discord. I mean, you can go watch it now. It's only like a minute or so. So basically, I was trying to do like the whole Simpsons thing of like stupid, sexy Raiden joke. It's like stupid, sexy Flanders. I think is like the original version of that joke. So yeah, I was trying to do like a stupid, sexy Raiden thing. Oh, god damn it! Sorry, Jungle Roba, again. Hey, you know what? Actually, I'm just like, gonna go fix it now. Sorry. Also, hi, Jungle Roba. Yeah, I know it keeps happening. It's not supposed to block regulars. I have no idea why. I'm pretty sure I have it set so it doesn't like block. Hold on. Links enabled. Options. Exempt level regular. Jesus. Like, what? Like, Nightbot knows that you're on regulars here, right? It does have you in the regulars list because I put you there. Yeah, see? Alalinor Dan, JLC, Pyromancer, Tuma, G-Scorpion, Millimage, Jungle. I don't know why. It's like very annoying. Should I like remove you and add you again? It's like I'm like legitimately annoyed if it's not like working correctly. It's like remove and add Millimage as well again, like Ghost Rider 2. Oh my god, this is actually infuriating, to be honest. Okay, try. Can you? Oh, there we go. Now it works. So I removed you from the list and I re-added you. So no idea why that happened. But anyway, so basically what happens is that like when I start streaming, I usually have like Twitch open on like the third screen, and I have like a list of like people that have been live, so I know like who to look for to raid after I'm done. And I saw that like Raiken, I think, had just gone live with what was like the Darksiders 3. I think he had just finished Darksiders 2 and was getting ready for Darksiders 3 at the time. And like out of the corner of my eye, I had like the Twitch page open. I started doing like the stupid sexy Raiden joke, and instead I went like stupid sexy Raiken, and I'm like, what the fuck did I just say? It was like such a nice moment. I like immediately asked someone to please someone clip this. I was like perfectly timed. I was like, mwah. I mean, I don't find Raiken sexy. Handsome looking maybe, but I don't know about sexy. It is correct. And testify about this matter to the court. So, Jungler Roba, hi, by the way. Are we excited about SMT3 starting tomorrow? I mean, I'm gonna finish this today. I think if like with Ghost Rider's permission, I'm gonna like let the rest of the series wait for a little bit, and maybe also Hades, because I really just like want to jump into SMT3 while like everyone else is still playing it. I'm the boss. Well, yeah, I mean, you know, actually about Hades, I could probably refund the points if you wanted to, and you can like request it again further down the line. 1 game per year. But yeah, I mean, you did put in the note for this that it was gonna be like the first game, right? Do you remember that? This is Rise from the Ashes. No, I'm not gonna do Rise from the Ashes. It like takes way too long. And to be fair, it wasn't like originally part of the game. It's like a DS exclusive thing, which I don't really care. Expect the rest at some point. Well, yeah, I will do them at some point. I mean, they are nice games to stream, even if the what's it called? Even if the writing sometimes kind of like gets on my nerves. And I'm pretty sure Justice for All has like the worst thing over. Nice games to lose your voice to. That's why I don't stream them like more than once a week anyway. Especially now, like the shot. Like I kind of like joked about this, but I'm having like a small headache now, and I think it's probably like the shot, kind of like on its last like legs, I guess. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Got the 5G shot? No, I got the magnet shot. Have you actually heard of that? Like, if you put something metallic over the place where you get the shot, it's like magnetized or something. That was like a fun little one as well. It was like, Jesus. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago, I don't remember the details. How was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence? As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. So actually I got like the second shot. Yesterday, on Monday. Wait, yesterday, right? Wait, Monday? Today's Tuesday, right? Yeah, so it's like yesterday I got the second shot. So in like a few weeks I should be like all cleared to, you know, get the full benefits, I guess. Be ready in 2 weeks? I thought it was like 3. Well, yeah, anyway, it's whatever. Like 2 or 3 weeks, it doesn't really matter. The thing is that like the first one kind of like fucked me up in that I got like a migraine, so I was like sleeping for like 14 hours, I think. Like my first shot was at 2 p.m. on the 10th of May, and then I was back home by 3 p.m. So I started having like the migraine by like 4 or 5, and then I just kind of like tried to go to bed, and I woke up the next morning. So like 5 p.m. to 6 a.m. is like 13 hours, I guess. So yeah, like 13 to 14 hours, like give or take a few. Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, 14 hours is a lot for me. I usually do like 6 at most, 5 to 6, because I usually have to get up at like 7 because the missus goes to work at 7-ish, and then I kind of like stay up until like 1 a.m. after the stream. I end up like midnight, and then I kind of like do like some light gaming on the Switch for like an hour or 2. So yeah, I think like my average is like maybe 5 or 6 hours. So like 14 is more than double that. The second one fucked me up like even harder actually. Like aside from like headaches, I had like all day yesterday because I like the second shot was like at 9 a.m. So I came back at home, and by like 10:30 I was like headache, like major headache. And it was like the second one I also had like muscle pains here, and I also had a fever yesterday afternoon all the way to today at noon. So yeah, that was like a lot more intense. Fucking stuff my arm already. you like me describing it so much that you just like can't wait to get it. That's why we didn't. That's why there was like no stream yesterday. Unfortunately, I thought it might have been better to just like, you know, take some aspirin and go to bed like soon to try and like recuperate. Which I guess kind of worked. I mean, I did like wake up with like a slight fever today, but you know, it kind of like went away by midday, which is nice. Terrible scream, I remember it to this day. Brr. This day? Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. Here it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. Better find out and quick. Wait, what part? Let's see. Military was... Oh! Wait. Murder weapon was fired twice. Okay, there we go. This is it. Go back. Backspace. Why is not escape going back? It's backspace. Jesus freaking Christ. Gonna go take a shower so I don't die from allergies. Oof. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. The missus also has allergies, like especially pollen at this time of year, and she's like very, very sensitive to that. Like her nose gets like all stuffy, and she's like keeps coughing all the time. Hear the shot and the scream, then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. Yeah, pollen's pretty bad right now. Yeah, unfortunately around here as well, because it's like one of the annoying things, like this place that we found, the reason that we got it, like it's like as big as it is and as cheap as it is because it's kind of like a bit further like from the city center. So I don't know if you'd call it like rural, but there's like a lot more vegetation here than like the old place. So a lot more trees, a lot more flowers, a lot more, you know, vegetation, a lot more grass, and like empty lots and stuff like that. So it gets like also incredibly dusty around here, and the pollen kind of like is like very heavy. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence. Unless you can tell us what page... That's like pedantic. Fuck you, I'm the pedant here. You're not allowed to be this pedantic. Screw you. Victim data. I remember. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly. The murder weapon was fired twice. Can get like the ejection button there twice. Need more animations. Worst game ever. Miles Sedgeworth only had one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So, who fired the remaining shot? Oh wait, I remember this. It's gonna turn out that when Karma was outside the elevator and shot inwards, isn't it? Yeah, I remember how stupid the resolution to this is. I hate this. I hate this so much. Your Honor, I'm sure you are aware. This incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when that second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. Aha, there is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of the shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot was fired was something to do with the case? I mean, yeah. Do I? Oh, yeah, there's like the bullet, right? What? Impossible! Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence, you big fat cheat. Show us your proof. You have evidence that the second fire of the pistol was related to the incident? Okay, hold on. Oh wait, was it like the photograph maybe? I don't suppose it's in here. The weapon was fired twice. Wonder what we have to I mean, yeah, because like you see there's like a second bullet here. So I remember the solution to this. So I guess it's gonna be like the DL6 case file again. Mr. Wright, please think how we wait, no? It's like the bullet then. Mr. Wright. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's the picture, isn't it? Yeah. I even like said that. Look at this photograph. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime. Like this, I've made this joke like 5 times already for this game. So I get the feeling that it's either deliberate, that they always say it the same way, or I guess they were trying to save like character space by repeating the same message more than once on like what like originally was like the Game Boy Advance cartridge. Consider the victim lying here is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired? Where? Your Honor, please. Please get a clue. Yes, please get like more than 1 clue. There, it's there. Aha. That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see. A bullet hole in the door. Stop hitting the desk. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from a pistol. Yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also know that the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone other than Edgeworth fired the second shot. The desk is slam-proof? Yeah. I have proof. I have proof. It's like a ritual at this point. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. Wait, why are they saying the same thing over and over? One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart, the other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. Touch of HP in this desk. Objection, blah blah. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. Look what is written there. Not a single clue was found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet was never been found, because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Something else made the bullet hole in the door. I don't know if it's like a translation thing or, you know. Hehe. I didn't like that the police overlooked the second bullet. No, because, you know, falsifying evidence, blah, 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 blah. Praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Brr, 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 brr. How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why are you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. It looks like I was wrong. Nick! If the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No, but you said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just, when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots have been fired. I mean, 2 shots had been fired. Like, oh, come on. To hit Gigi's fast forward button. I don't know. It's like, maybe it's like a subconscious thing to like get this done already. maybe like my annoyance has kind of like peaked out, and I just like want this to be over, like out the door. Just like get to the good stuff. Get back into like the whole like SMT suffering. I mean, grind. No. Get back to JRPGs. Even though. Like, I know all of y'all have been saying that I do a lot of JRPGs, but I'm reading it faster than the text is showing up. Really? I'm not. I mean, how would I even know? But now, I was wrong to think that it would be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick. Yeah, even though like all of y'all have been saying that I do a lot of JRPGs, I went back and checked my VODs and my like last 5 years of streaming, and I've only ever done like a handful overall. Like I've got it here in the games archive, and the reason I know this is like if I start a JRPG, I will usually finish it. So I'm at least fairly confident that I haven't started any JRPGs that I haven't finished on stream, with one exception being Tales of Zestiria, because I did not like that. Well, I didn't like the protagonist. Sorry, is kind of like a annoying. I don't know. Berseria was like a lot better with what's her name, Violet. Even though I still need to finish that as well. And we have Tales of Arise coming out in like a few weeks / months. I don't know. So yeah. So like, let me just like count. We've like from just like the games I've finished over the years, I've done, let's see, I don't know if you count like Kingdom Hearts as a JRPG, because it's like more of like an action game, but even counting like Kingdom Hearts, it's Final Fantasy 9, Final Fantasy 8, Persona 3 FES, Pokemon Sword arguably, but you know, it's like 5, Chrono Trigger, which is kind of like a short one, so 6, Chrono Cross, and there was like one this year, Breath of Fire 4. So it's like 8 games in like 5 years. And Strange Journey, 9 games in 5 years. Okay. My bad. But it's not like a lot. And actually, I mean, you joke about that like 6 months, but on average, I've like even like checked the VODs. On average, most of this I've finished in like a couple of months. Because while I tended to not do a lot of streams at the time, like Breath of Fire and SMT, I did like all of it back to back, but for like the other ones, I tended to not do a lot of streams, but I did a lot of time on each stream. So on average, while my regular like average of streams is gonna be like 3-ish hours, more or less. For JRPGs, it usually goes like up to 5 or 6. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trials? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention? Yes, I did. Oh no, he's accepted the guilt. He's an idiot. Very well, the statute of limitation to murder of Bulgaria Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce the verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Brr. Does anyone have any objections? I mean, yeah. You have to say have an objection, right? Otherwise it's like game over, right? Your Honor, I object. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Nick, I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. It must exist. The second bullet. Uh-oh. Are you channeling? What did you just say? Nothing. Second bullet must exist, but where? Someone took it. I mean, you know already that like he's been falsifying data, right? Data. He's been falsifying evidence. Why would you not automatically assume? Like, God. I hate, like, when I first played this, I hate how, like, fast I realized this, but the game wouldn't let me act on it until they, like, kind of, like, paraded all, like, their, like, nice, shiny plot in front of your face. Like, fuck. It's clearly when Karma killed Gregory Edgeworth because he was upset that he lost his perfect record. He was probably passing by the elevator and took the second shot out of, you know, being Von Karma, right? Dude, I mean, there's been so much like suggestion towards it. Like, if you want it to be subtle so that the player doesn't immediately like catch on, make it more subtle. Don't get like Grossberg, like shove it in your face immediately that, hey, you know, he took a vacation because he was that upset. Only once in his life after he got implied of like not playing fair. Wait, Your Honor. Second bullet, it existed. What? But just here prove that it doesn't exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. Whew. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. Objection. Murderer? Then tell us just who is this murderer? You? Still thinking about that one? No, it's Von Karma. First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for the bullet? Oh, I remember now. I remember why there's no second bullet. Yeah, it's lodged in Von Karma's shoulder. I just remembered. I'm so upset. I keep remembering more things about this case and it makes me more and more upset. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for the stray bullet? Haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. I mean, like, even the game even shows you. Like, look at this. Keeps, like, grasping at it. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it? The murderer? What does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Yes, Phoenix, think crazy. That's what the voices in your head are telling you. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. It's been like... how many hours so far? Hold on. It's been like 16 hours already. Only now you realize? Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene, but the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance what? Maybe the bullet hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance, I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Now, let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderers themselves was also shot? And they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean... murder came from outside, yes! Oh, hey, Goldgibbon! Hi, how's it going? How are we doing today? How is everything? How's the getting back into the streams going? So, Asho and Agent Bertram and Nodama Plaga. I got it right this time. Objection. Yeah, exactly. So how are we doing today? How's it going? Hello, Mr. Prep. Wait, what? President? What? I'm confused. Also, how was Skylines? How was like City Skylines? I actually enjoyed that a whole bunch when I played it. I really need to go back to it though. They've got like all these like expansions that I haven't played yet. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. Pistol discharges and the bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the man inside. Okay. It's like so contrived, but I hate that this is actually what happens. Hey, Desi Fox as well. Hi, how's it going? Cloning off his arm is actually a neat detail. Yeah, I know, right? Like, I hate how they lead you into it, though. Not that the detail. I hate that you have to literally grasp at straws to get to that detail. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I have ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. That's like the worst judge ever, if you can tell he's grasping. Objection, bruh. What are you saying? Denied! Denied! No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murder. Yeah, I mean, the mannerism is nice. Like the animation department has done like great work in this game. But like story-wise, I hate how you're led to this conclusion. It's just sort of something really crazy. like for instance here, like the yeah. Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock to One Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. Okay. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean... it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Whoa. Yeah, I mean... also, Franziska Von Karma does turn out to be like a sympathetic character, I guess, later on. she does like start being like a parallel of her dad's role, but as far as I remember, by the end of it, she actually like helps as well. Or am I mistaken? Later on, yeah. I mean, I think it's not like until like the 4th or 5th game that this happens. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Whipping everyone. Yeah, I remember that as well. Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Yep. Fuck it. Let's... Your Honor, there is a suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? The foolish fools foolishly fooling around? Yeah, I know. What? Von Karma! Von Karma? So it's actually like a... it's actually a cool gif of this. It was like Von Karma's like defeat animation, and they actually have like death metal music playing in the background while he does the thing. It's like very amusing. You mean the Von Karma, the prosecutor, the one standing right over there? You don't object? I see no need. Why honor this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months, starting the day after the incident. Oh, the whippies do like it though. Oh, behave. Yet you pride yourself on your perfect record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have needed surgery, no? Where did I get under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor to operate on me. Have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Wait, what? Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. I would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can just pull bullets out of yourself. I mean, Rambo did it. To kill the doctor too. Yeah. Need to leave a gun for like an enemy of the doctor and like a letter with instructions. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Fuck it, yeah, I have the metal detector, why not? Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. That sounds gross, actually. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... Yep. Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. Aha. There is a possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Contrived! Is that even possible? For all these years? I'm pretty sure you'd probably die of lead poisoning if you left a bullet inside you for like that long. Right? I mean, I'm not like a forensics expert, but sounds like corrosion might, you know, kill you? There's like a lot of corrosive stuff in the human body. Well, there's one way to find out. We could use this metal detector. It's too perfect to be poisoned by it. I think you're thinking of Chuck Norris there. Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Ooh, that sounded needlessly sexual. I'm going to run this all over you. Ooh. Objection. I refuse. You refuse? I wouldn't be so afraid. But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you? Yeah, no, that's not how refusal works. Order! Order! Your Honor, defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Objection. Judge, I call for a suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. I cite GDPR laws. I mean... no, that's like 10 years too early for that. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said that we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know. But we have to give it. You seriously don't know? Like, God, everyone has like kind of like puzzled this out. Like all of the lovely people that came across from like the raid have probably figured out what's happening, and they've only seen like the last 10 minutes of this. Not like freaking oblivious Phoenix Wright. It reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. That beep was loud, really? Ooh, I'm sorry about that then. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Huh? Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It is Mr. Wright who must prove something here. That is not... That's not how proof of burden works. Sorry, burden of proof. Yeah, sorry, my bad. Got the order a bit mixed. That's not how it works. Can you prove it? Can you prove that this bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? No, of course you can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. No, not saying that I stole it, but I know you don't have it. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you can't convict me of any crime. Like, seriously, saying that in court, wouldn't that, like, be at least, if not, like, admission of guilt suspicious enough for them to, like, probe into the case more? Like, what kind of, like, fucked up universe is this that, like, people can actually say this shit in court and no one call them out on it? God! Okay, I get you want to make your villains like the absolute like most despicable human being to ever like pass through your game, but he would just plead the fifth. Hey, Whippenstein, hi, how's it going? How are you doing today? I mean, yeah, he would, but this is not a US court. No matter how much the game insists that it is, the original script is like takes place in Japan, you know, Japanifornia, yeah. So it is at this point, hold on, it is at this point that I would like to link to everyone a webcomic strip that's kind of like a joke on this, kind of like makes fun, you can like check it here. It makes fun of like the, you know, the Americanization of the localization here, I guess. The yonth. Nice. Is the hamburgers one? Yes, it's the hamburgers one. Eat your hamburgers, Apollo. What? You were close, one day away from freedom, but you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link the bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. There we go. Nani? Yeah, exactly. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ha ha ha. Ballistic markings? Metal Gear. I mean, sorry, why did I do like a Metal Gear voice? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Why would, like, Edgeworth, of all people, exclaim that thing about ballistic markings? Isn't it like his job to exploit that kind of evidence? Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with the weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. So now we're like basically playing CSI Ace Attorney. You know, I would love to at some point to stream one of the CSI games, because they're like so very utterly bad. But they've got like that insanity that like the series has, like the nearly magical forensics procedures that they do. Like, I remember when that series started, at like the very start, it was like kind of grounded in reality a bit. And then like the more like seasons went on and like the more like spin-offs happened, they ended up being like in such a place that they actually made like holographic representations of the murder scene. I'm like, oh my god, when did this become a sci-fi series? Oh, it's like one of those like so bad that it's good kind of things. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we compare the ballistic markings to those of this bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma, here comes. God, I love this animation. It's like ridiculous. Why is he so... Stupid sexy Von Karma. That scream. I've heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Wait, one game? Yeah. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making it any easier. Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. Stop breathing my air. Get away. Get away from my father. Okay. I'm not doing Edgeworth's, sorry, Von Karma's yell though. I'm gonna get like yelled at for being like too loud. That's the scream I heard in the elevator. It's like impressive that Von Karma like 15 years later can actually produce the same kind of scream. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Wow. Yeah. That's gone like full on possessed. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed me with a penalty on my record, and you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. I'll bury you. Blah, 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 blah. I don't know why the dialogue kind of like jumped like that. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. But Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I've covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth? Was a shock like none I've ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. Must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. So, is the game saying that he like compulsively falsifies evidence? He went into the records room without realizing? I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button but nothing happened. Then there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. So I did what any sane person would do. I shot a person. Pew, pew, pew. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. Really? Uh-huh. Cool. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died, never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium, blaming Mr. Yogi. Merry Christmas? Yeah, exactly. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Yeah, it took like a ton of bullshitting to catch you, but sure. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Wait, what? Yeah, Merry Christmas. God. Is this game over yet, please? 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. Can we just get it over with? Not guilty. I feel so not satisfied by this ending. Seriously. I can't just like remember how angry I am about like the various like contrivances of the plot. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like this kind of game, but played now after like I've got like a few years to kind of like sit on this, and you know, taking like a more like a closer, like more analytical look at the plot. It's like so contrived. I hate it. I hate it so much, and I hate how rigid it all feels as well, because there are like a lot of things that there's like a lot of things that like someone might realize the first time they play this, that they're not allowed to act on until like maybe hours into that like court case later on, which is so annoying. Like, why be more subtle, or don't do the whole hint dropping thing at all if you don't let your player kind of like capitalize on that. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah. I'm not sure how to say this. Kiss me, you fool. I know. Kiss, kiss, kiss. I mean, try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. I was soulless up until now. You've got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. Jesus Christ. This is just an awkward romance between Phoenix and Edgeworth. I mean, yeah, right? It's like a official fan fiction. Whoop. Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Edgeworth has joined the party. Yeah, the end. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month, but who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth? You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. Be more of an idiot. I mean, no. Wrong. That's how you say thank you. I see. Whoop. God, I feel foolish. You are foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You get used to it. No, you won't. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Like, this is like literally how you see him at the start of the trial. So this is a lie. Hey, y'all! Oh my god, this character. Need to see the whoop in the anime now. I mean, did they actually keep everything from the game in the anime? Haven't actually like watched it at all. Thank you all very much. Yeah, but I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. They didn't, but you're curious. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you gonna do now, Lotta? Why do we care about this character again? It shortened certain excursions to the trials. Gee, I wonder why. Is it maybe because this game is slightly overwritten? Why might that be? Also, seriously, why do we care about what happens to Lotta? She just like literally appears for part of day one, and that's it. Not even like the entire day. Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kianse. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Boots, you come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Can you even afford it? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right? Yeah, what's up? That envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate sometimes. Dude's name is Harry Butts. Yeah, I mean, I'm not actually sure what the what's it called? Like the original pun, what was supposed to be, but I do think they kind of like meant to do a butt joke there. It's $38, right? Totally not yen. Huh, what a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. 38 exactly? Nick, wasn't that exactly amount? Oh, wasn't that exactly the amount of large money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? No. No, Larry, it was you. What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. But think back to that day, 15. Oh my god, come on. Are we gonna do like more flashbacks? It's the end of the game. Just like let it go. Very subtle, yeah. I mean, there's like a lot of characters in this game that are kind of, you know, not very subtly named. I mean, this one's named Lotta Hart. Let's see, who else? I can't actually see from previous trials, can I? But yeah, there's like a lot of the kind of like the secondary characters especially have like very jokey names, I guess. Right, you may not know this, but you used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the boots. I know. Really right. Surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? God, stop that. There you have it. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. No, you didn't. You became a defense attorney because you wanted to meet up with Edgeworth again. My dude. Like, seriously. You said that like 20 minutes ago. There's like this whole thing where people call you an idiot because you became a defense attorney because of Edgeworth. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily too. Death. The death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known I'd become a prosecutor. Same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I don't want to read this. It's like also stupid. This is like so anime. I don't want to read it. Yeah, we're done, right? Photo time and etc. Show me the picture. Come on. Oh my god. It just doesn't want to end. Feels like 80s cartoons. Feels like the freaking G.I. Joe. Like, not even like G.I. Joe. Feels like the Care Bears. That's like such a like a saccharine thing. Like I feel if I read like this dialogue for too much, I'm gonna get like my blood pressure like high or like sugar levels. Huh? It's still only 5. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I've decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. The end. Goodbye? What time is it? Yeah, the first train from the mountains have left already. To the station! God. I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya? So you're leaving? Yeah, it's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay. Good talk, bye. Of course. Wait. Well, what? Phoenix said end up with her. He can't end up with Maya. Oh wait, no, hold on. hold on. I think you might be right. They're like close enough. Sadly, even though she looks like she's 13, she's like 17, and he is. Wait, why don't I have Phoenix in my? Time passes. Oh yeah. Do they say at some point that he's 24 in this game? Should be 25. So yeah, it's like not that big of a gap. I mean, so long as she like becomes of legal age, you know. But still, she looks like so much younger. It's like so weird. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. 24, so yeah, okay, fair enough. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still, I'm a better spirit medium than you. Oh no! It was at the very end when I thought we'd lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped, and Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Yeah, okay, sure. The bullet. Take that. He must be awful in like day-to-day interactions. Imagine like Phoenix Wright going to like a diner or something, and the waitress kind of like takes his order, and when she's like turns to leave, he just like yells top of his lungs, "Hold it! I forgot my drink!" And you were the one who gave it to me. Nick! Thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. In time for the sequel. Oh. Well, one of the sequels anyway. Does she come back in the second one, or is it like the third one that she shows up? Oh. If only I were more invested in these characters and this meant something to me. I would be wiping a tear away. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that once was. Now a new story begins. With the same old crazy cast of characters. Wait, she's like in all three games? I remember Tracy being in one of them. Was that like the 3DS ones? Or like the Apollo Justice ones? It's like his like adoptive daughter or something. Oh, he's with Apollo. Okay, yeah, fair enough. That's where I remember her from. So yeah, fair. God. So now we look like they had the happily ever after thing. Yay, we're done. I'm not doing Rise from the Ashes yet. Might just like pick it up to do it like over like weekends maybe, if I'm not doing the retro stuff. But I do want to just like go jump into the... Yeah, Athena Sykes is like in Dual Destinies and what's the other one? Oh, I forget what like the other one was. She's got like the little pendant thingy that can like analyze people's like emotions, I guess. Isn't there an extra case in this game? Yeah, but it's not part of the main story of this game. Like I said, I'm not doing Rise from the Ashes. I'm sorry. The extra case is only like a DS exclusive. It doesn't have anything to do with the actual story of the game. So I feel pretty safe in saying I don't really need to do it. Also, it's like very long. It's probably going to take me like 3 or 4 streams to do. So I might just like do it over weekends if I don't do like the retro stuff. Or maybe I can just like keep doing it on Mondays. But I really do want to just like get into SMT3 from tomorrow onwards. Yeah, Nocturne, that. So no Emma Sky yet. Well, maybe not this week. Like I said, we'll see. I might just like do it on Mondays. We'll see. I honestly, I don't have good memories of that case. It kind of like dragged way too long. There's like Emma Sky, and there's like also like annoying. Yeah, I remember. She's like the one with like the luminol and you know the other tools. But yeah, Rise from the Ashes is kind of like pure padding out of the first game. It drags on for way too long, and it's like extra convoluted. The DS gimmicks, yeah, the touchscreen stuff. So I really don't want to do it, at least not like immediately. And there's also like the annoying like lunchbox lady, I think, in that one. So that's like another reason that I don't want to play that. I don't know, like Emma Sky is fine, but like the other ones were have to go into the microphone too for dust. Yeah, actually, you do have to also. This was actually, I think, like a few DS games did back then. Dakozy, oh, thank you for streaming. Thank you so much for like I guess lurking around. I'm glad that someone enjoyed this, even though it's slightly inconsistent. But thank you so much. There's actually like 3 or 4 games that did that on the DS, and I would recommend most of them because they're like pretty decent adventure games. So there's like what's the another Code R or something like that. There's like one game where you play as like a small like white-haired girl, and you're like on an island, and you have to find your father, I think. It's another. It's like something, another code, something or another. In that game, there is like this puzzle where you have to blow on the DS microphone to make like dust go away. There was Hotel Dusk, which is an amazing noir adventure game, in which is like actually, God. Let me see. Hold on. Okay, hold on. So in Hotel Dusk, and there's like also a sequel which I don't remember the name to, is like something like Cape North or like Cape West. They're like noir games, and like the unique thing is that you actually use the DS to play on portrait mode instead of landscape. So you kind of like hold it like a book, and like all of the actions you kind of do them on the touch screen, while the top, like the left screen, is kind of like used to get like more information on what you're looking at on the touchscreen. I would very much recommend trying those games. I would love to stream them, but they're like so dependent on the on like the DS gimmicks that I don't think I can actually emulate them all that well. Because it had like some very cool puzzles. There's like in one of the 2, there's like a thing where you have to make a mold of a key. So you place the key on one side, and through the inventory you place the wax mold on the other one, and you solve the puzzle by closing the DS so that like you emulate kind of the putting the key into the mold to make an impression, and then opening it again. There's like a lot of gimmicky DS and 3DS games, but at least those kind of like felt a bit more natural. And yeah, Rise from the Ashes also has like a very similar gimmick where you have to use the touchscreen and, you know, blowing into the microphone and stuff like that to like progress through stuff. Same with 999, yes, as well. I don't know. I didn't really think of 999 now, although I do have it and I have like finished like multiple times. In fact, hold on. Let me just like go back to this since we're not like gonna be doing any more streaming today. I do have it in here somewhere. There we go. So it's like Hotel Dusk is one. Like you can see it here. Like this one here, Hotel Dusk, and 999. And I think I have the other one in here somewhere as well. I mean, like the Layton games kind of did that, but like to like a much like lesser degree. Yeah, I don't have it here actually. Although this does remind me that eventually I kind of need to finish Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, because that's like the only one of the series that I haven't played yet. I found it on a sale for like 10 euros and I never even like put the cart into the 3DS. So yeah, fun. But yeah, thank you to everyone that kind of like put up with the streams. I hope Ghost Rider at least you enjoyed the like you got your points worth, I guess, of the first game. I will at some point go back into doing the rest of it, but it might like take a while, because this is like, especially visual novels are like all well and all, but I don't have like the mental fortitude, maybe call it that, to do the entire series in like one go. So I'm probably gonna like take a rain check on finishing the like Rise from the Ashes and doing like Trials and Tribulations and Justice for All and all of that. Also, yeah, while you're here, would you like to have your points refunded for what's it called? The Hades? Because I'm not gonna be doing that anytime soon. If I'm gonna start Shin Megami 3, it's gonna be like at least a month, if not like 2, to until I got like any time to like play any of that. So if you want that to be refunded, because you did like request Hades like 2 months ago and I didn't do it yet, and honestly I'm not going to be doing it either anytime soon. Yeah, you are the one who had suggested Hades. Yes, 2 months ago. I can see the reward queue here. I think you did it like a week after Phoenix Wright or something. So yeah, because I'm not really going to do it anytime soon. It's like a lengthy game. It's like a roguelite. I kind of want to do it, but I also need to do it justice. So if I'm going to be playing SMT, I'm not going to be doing anything else. So Hades is going to go for like another maybe 1 or 2 months into the reward queue. So takes it, yeah. Okay, I'll refund it, and like later on down the line, if you want, you can like request it again. Or I might just like end up doing it anyway, because I'm pretty sure Hades is like either Jungle Robot or Melee Mage gifted it to me. So I did want to play it on stream just for that. I don't remember who gifted it to me, but someone. I didn't buy it myself. Jungle Robot did it. Okay, you didn't? Who gifted it to me then? Is it like a way to check? Like I'm like damn sure that I did not buy that. And I remember someone gifted it to me because I said I might stream it at some point. Is there like a thing with like see the gift history? No? There's like an option to delete my Steam account. All 1800 games of it. Let's see, Hades. Yeah, no, I won't forget this dang game. I saw that. I just like need to solve this first. Like, be damned if I don't remember who gifted this to me. Hades, gift. 31st of December 2020. Oh shit, hold on. I know who gifted this to me. It was Alalinor. Because he was playing this and he said he wanted me to stream it at some point. Wow, I've actually had it for like 6 months now. Oof. That's a lot. Well, anyway, let me just like get back to the rewards queue real fast now, since we've got like a couple of requests. So this day in gaming, 1st of June. What did we have in gaming during the 1st of June? Yeah, it has half done already. Yeah, but actually, you know, I'm very happy with like the this year. Like even with like the internet problems, me moving, COVID, the shots, and you know, like the family related stuff that I kind of like hinted at. I've actually been finishing a lot more games on stream, haven't I? Like 2020, I've done 15 games, with the last one being Demon Souls, and we're already up to 12 if you include Phoenix Wright. And there's even like a lot of lengthier games this year, because I've done both Breath of Fire and Strange Journey, which are like 80-odd-hour games, which is like a lot. I'm like actually very happy with how 2021 is like already shaping up to be. Just like kind of like having like a soft goal of maybe trying to like finish 30 games before Christmas. Fingers crossed, as hopefully like Year of Retro will do that. So this is this day in gaming. Let me tell you what happened in June 1st throughout the years in gaming. 23 years ago, in 1998, first of all, we had the Game Boy camera for the Game Boy, which is something that I've never actually owned because it was pricey AF. It was actually very expensive. I think it... have a good month as well, thank you. And everyone else in chat. But I think it cost like nearly as much as getting like a new Game Boy to get the camera, because it also came with like a tiny printer where we could like actually print the photos that you got as like stickers. It had like a tape thingy that printed out stickers of like whatever you took pictures of. And I don't actually think if any game actually used it to do stuff in. But anyway, on the same day, we also had Quest 64 on the N64, which was kind of nice, and something called Vigilante 8 on the PlayStation, which I have no idea what it is. I had the magnifier glass as well, actually, because it was impossible to play the Game Boy anywhere other than directly below like a lamp or something. Especially if you tried to play it in like daylight or at night, you could not see anything on the screen because it didn't have like a backlight. The screen. In fact, actually, I think. I think that like the first backlit system that came out from Nintendo was like the Advance SP, like the clamshell version of the Advance. That one was like the first one that had like a built-in backlight, and it was like so much better to play on. Vigilante is a spin-off of Interstate 76. Really? I remember playing Interstate 76. It was kind of like a driving action shooter thing. It was like a very kind of like southern, like American South infused kind of like 60s, 70s kind of thing, where you used cars, like muscle cars with guns on them to do missions. Actually, I think I might have the CD somewhere. It was like the same collection that also had MechWarrior 2. So I'm pretty sure I have the discs for that somewhere in like storage over there. And yeah, anyway, I really liked it. I mean, it was okay. I didn't really like it because I wasn't that much into driving games, but you know. So yeah, 21 years ago, Ground Control came out on the PC, and as far as I remember, that was like a shooter / strategy hybrid. 20 years ago in 2001, Battle Hunter came out on the PlayStation, and I have no idea what that is. 18 years ago, Sonic Pinball Party came out on the Game Boy Advance. 17 years ago in 2004, Chronicles of Riddick: Escape from Butcher Bay came out on the Xbox, which was kind of like a neat game which just couldn't decide what it wanted to be. Did it want to be a shooter? Did it want to be a stealth game? Did it want to be an action adventure? Who knows? The game certainly didn't know. It was a fun game. Interstate 82 and Heavy Gear 2. Yeah, I remember those as well. I haven't played them. So yeah. 16 years ago, in 2005, on the GameCube, we had Digimon World 4, which was kind of crappy. 15 years ago, in 2006, Half-Life 2 finally got its first expansion with Episode 1. You know, because Half-Life 3 would never be a thing. 12 years ago, in 2009, Square Enix ported Final Fantasy IV: The After Years to the Wii. 11 years ago, one of my favorite games of all time came out on both PC, PS3, and Xbox 360, Alpha Protocol. If you've not played that, you should play that. In fact, I probably need to stream it at some point to just like show people how wonderful I think that game is. Like, it's like broken AF, but it's also amazing. Yeah, 6 years ago, Hatred. Hatred came out on PC in 2015. Yeah, it was like the Postal but missing the point shooter, I guess. God. And 4 years ago, in 2017, Tekken 7 came out on PC, PS4, and Xbox One. You have but never got to finish because loading bugs. Yeah, I mean that game was like bugged up the ass, like literally. It had bugs in its bugs in its bugs. It had like recursive bugs. Yeah. Alpha Protocol is amazing as a look into how to try and make non-linear storytelling and non-linear dialogues. It also had like a very interesting kind of like companion system, I guess, insofar as you get like reputation and stuff. So yeah, that also was kind of neat, but I would not recommend it if you're like annoyed by bugs, because it's like a very buggy game. It was made by Obsidian, and by now you kind of like know that Obsidian kind of like has like some very fatal flaws with their games usually, even though they're like great games. Except maybe Outer Worlds. But yeah, anyway. So yeah, that's about it for the releases. We don't have anything past 2017 for today. Maybe I should like consider streaming Alpha Protocol at some point. I think I tried streaming it at some point, but I had some issues capturing it. We'll see. Eventually. Anyway. Let's see. Now we also owe Ghost Rider a random fact. It's like a funny little geography one. So, did you know Boring, Oregon, is like a town called Boring in Oregon, and Dull in Scotland have been sister cities since 2012. In 2017, they added Blantyre in Australia to their League of Extraordinary Communities. Sounds like interesting places to live. Boring, Dull, and Blantyre. Sounds like my kind of place, actually, but you know, so long as the internet is good. So, yeah, like it's like, where do you live? Oh, I live in Boring. I'm from Boring. It's like, no kidding. My dad's from Dull. Jeez. I know there's like some weird cities out there, but like, what would possess you to name a city after something like that? Like the city, name your city after like the least remarkable sounding word ever. Boring. What's like the what's it called? What's like the tourism bureau like advertisements there? Welcome to Boring. We have absolutely nothing here. Like so why would anyone want to visit again? Jeez. Okay, yeah, I think it's time for me to call it. It was like already like 1 a.m. We've really been going for like 4 hours now? Jesus Christ. I like that I was saying at the start of the stream that it will probably take me like a couple of hours to finish the last case, but I forgot all the dialogue that happens. Oh well. I mean, we can at least like pass the love on. So who's online at the moment? I mean, Millimage is doing Griftlands, so I might as well just like go bother him. And I will be live tomorrow, hopefully. I'm just like stopped at this point having like that kind of like certainty in my schedule, unfortunately. But I do hope that I will be able to be live tomorrow with Shin Megami Tensei Nocturne. which is going to be a long stream. Fingers crossed. But why though? I don't know, because I like messing with you. But yeah, have a nice rest of the day or night, and I'll see you around soon. So yeah, goodbye.